Find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Laura Lee tuning in to Miss Andrea's Spirit. Welcome.
Hey, Laura.
Hey, Andrea. Where are you calling from?
I am calling from Oxford, Mississippi.
Yay. It sounds like you're calling from a car.
I am sitting in my car right now, but I am parked.
Thank you. That was my next question. That's really important that you're parked and you're safe. Because the first impression I'm receiving is a male figure. And I get this as a dad or a father who's on the other side. He wore glasses at one point.
Yes.
Did he have heart issues, honey?
Yes, he did at the very end.
It's just a confirmation that it's him. I also get the name Mike.
Would that be his cousin, Michael?
Did you know him?
Yeah, it's my dad's distant cousin. Didn't know him real well, but acquaintance.
Yes, and he passed after your dad.
Yes.
And so he's there with him. He just wants to acknowledge that. So if you can share that with the family. And I'm understanding your dad wants to say you're like his baby girl.
Okay.
And he tells me a lot of issues that have been happening for you physically, like chronic fatigue, pain, stress.
Yep. I was in a house with mold, and it seems I'm having sensitivities every place we find. It's like, what's the attraction? Why is this happening?
Was there also issues with fibromyalgia in your family or a connection to you with it?
I don't know about the family. My dad had sensitivities to mold and chemicals like me. It seems like I inherited like him, but the fatigue, nobody else I know had it. It seems I'm the only one.
Okay, so have you addressed this with the doctors?
Yeah, this came about after the mold exposure and stress. My husband.
He says the chronic pain, the fatigue, the stress, the sensitivities, it's all about your fear of change and the changes that are occurring in your life.
Okay.
Along comes with it aloneness and some despair and not knowing what to do as far as your next step.
Yep.
That's what's weighing on you. And sure, it might be some of the sensitivities to the mold, but energetically, it's the pressures around you. He says that it's really hard for you to participate in life because of the stress in the household. And one of the reasons that he draws my attention to is your relationship.
Absolutely.
And you're not really addressing what's at the heart of the matter.
I need to move on.
Well, he said that you were going to wait until a child went off to college before you started addressing the matter. You aren't talking to friends about it. I hope to God you're talking to a therapist about it.
No, I haven't been. It's time now. You know, I was trying to get her settled so I have a place to go to that's clean because the other house in Florida has mold.
But she's going to college.
She is, and I just bought a condo so I can be in a clean environment with her and move on. Yeah.
Darling, I think it would soothe your soul to speak your truth because that's what's the stress and pressure.
Well, I plan on going back to Florida and moving my stuff out and moving on.
Oh, well, there you go. Because that's what your dad wants you to do.
Yeah, I need to get away from this guy. He's cruel and evil. The way he treats his mom. My daughter called me from Florida yesterday and said, Mom, get away from him. He treats his mom horribly. He puts her down. You need to get away.
Well, your dad's right there with you, honey. He's working with you. So maybe this is some of the inspiration you've received in order to make some of the shifts that you are currently in the midst of doing. So continue to follow your God. Don't wait. You didn't have to wait for your daughter to move out of the house. She supports you. You've got incredible support from the other side. You've got this. Thank you for calling in, Miss Andrea.
Thanks, Laura.
It's a pleasure for me, seriously. And if you'd like to be my next caller, sign up at Radio Medium, lauralee.com, where you can learn more about our services and upcoming events to support our show. And remember, you can tune into your spirit each and every day by subscribing to the podcast. And please share it, rate it, and I'd love to talk to you over at Facebook Radio Medium, Laura Lee Group.
Semi was in the center lane and just turned right in front of us. Decided I needed to get a hold of an attorney. Never really heard anything from this attorney for 2 years. Decided I couldn't use him no more. I contacted Konoski Bresney. I mean, he did more in 2 weeks than that other attorney did in 3 years. I could definitely not have done this on my own if it wasn't for Todd. Sorry. He changed my life.
Why do you need a personal injury lawyer? Hi, I'm Todd Bresney of Konoski Bresney. When you are harmed, insurance companies should compensate you fully and fairly. But they're in the business of caring about their own bottom lines and not about your losses. At Konoski Bresney, we get your worth. For close to 50 years, we've been your hometown attorneys. So call Konoski Bresney at 888, the letter U, count and the number 2, or see me on the web at bresneylaw.com. It won't cost you a thing to see if we can help.